My name is Ron Silvera and I live to give. Well, the family is big. I have about 10 children, 3 boys, 7 girls. Lovely, lovely, lovely children. I found out I had colon cancer in 2018. Went to see my doctor for a stomachache. Thought it was gas pain, but I was positive for cancer. It was hard hearing it. Not so much the fact that cancer may kill me, but what happens after I'm gone? What is going to happen to my family? And then the treatment itself, very expensive. I immediately contacted my agent at Sagicor Life, Clear Walsh. So Sagicor Life Critical Illness Plan gave me this $120,000. And this is why I preach it, I teach it, I talk about it. Persons should have a life insurance plan.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know we're so excited to be here. And I know if you're watching from wherever in the world, whether it is YouTube, Facebook, IG, you might be wondering, in a couple seconds, is this Sagicor's male model search? No, that's not it. Well, at least some of us are still modeling, but so it go. It is a Sagicor Insurance series where, as usual, we bring the information to you that pertains everything insurance. Today, we're going a little deeper. Today, it's about men's health and safety. You know, we just celebrated Men's Day on the 19th, right, of November. So, of course, we had to come here and give you something special for the men. So, let's jump right into it. We have a couple gentlemen here. First, they're going to be introducing themselves. But, Andre, who are you, sir?
Well, I'm a certified health and wellness coach.
Great, great, great. And of course, my very good friend beside me, Granville.
Granville Knight, Executive Financial Advisor at Sagicor Life.
You said the executive strong, you man.
Naturally.
People, if you don't know, executive mean rich. That's what it means. The minute a financial advisor executive, it means rich. And of course, my very good friend and brother, who is also my advisor, my agent, Alain.
Yes, Alain Gardner, General Insurance Advisor from Advantage General Insurance.
All right, great. So now you get an idea as what it's all about. So I'm going to start with the person I ended with, Alain. I'm seeing so many scary things happen on the road when it comes to road usage and all the catastrophes that can happen.
Yes.
Tell me now, from your perspective, what are you seeing inside Advantage General? What are the reports coming in when it comes to road usage and those fatalities?
All right, I'm seeing where for the last couple of years, I realized that we've gotten a lot more claims than usual, and the majority of our claims are actually men. The more serious ones are the males. So I realized that we have been, well, males.
Yes, yes.
Tend to be very aggressive on the road, very, very aggressive, and practice more risky driving behavior.
Scary.
Such as driving without seatbelts, one hand on the steering wheel.
No, but that is how you drive. No, say you
Yeah,
drive.
but I mean, if you're speeding, it's
you need more control.
Yeah,
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
So definitely, I can appreciate that. Yes, we're not saying that we want a balance of female and male, but we have to appreciate that with so many things happening on the road, so many accidents, the fact that we have a much higher level of males being involved, that means we need to speak to the males because they are the ones most of the time causing the fatalities, right?
Yeah.
I want to jump over to my fitness coach, Mr. Fitness.
Yes.
Tell me generally, what are you seeing in regard to health of the average male from your general perspective?
Well, before, there were more men, working out and,
Yes.
Showing more interest in health. But surprisingly, it has switched drastically, sorry. I've seen where a lot more females
Yes.
are now, embarking in that journey. And I must say, it's very, 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 it's a very good thing to see.
So it's a good thing to see the females, but where the man? God, man.
No,
Man, what we're doing? What we're doing? We need to fix up yourself.
Yeah.
And of course, my very good friend Granville, we're talking about you're the insurance man, the life insurance man, the health insurance man. What do you think generally of how men deal with health insurance and deal with health generally in your practice?
Generally?
Yeah.
men still remain the lowest buyers of life insurance.
Seriously?
Seriously, especially when it comes down to those life insurance policies where there are medical requirements.
Yes.
For example, I have one female client. If I say to her, hey, you need to get a medical done tomorrow, HIV test, quickly. Matter of fact, if she could get it done today, she'll get it done. But for the men, Sagicor have to close the policy, rehome it 100 times before they get the
Before you
requirements.
get a chance.
So it's understanding the dynamics that men still remain underinsured.
Wow. So we're saying that we are out there, we're living our best life, that turn worst life sometime, but we're not going to the doctor, we're not getting checked up, we're not getting the life insurance or the health insurance. And that it has to be a problem. And we need to fix that, man. So let's go back to you, Granville. In respect to the coverages, you spoke about stuff like critical illness. What are generally critical illnesses that Sagicor covers when it comes to male?
All right, so for men, first and foremost, prostate cancer, because only men can get prostate cancer.
Well, that's a technical one, yes.
So only men can get prostate cancer.
Men get prostate cancers, yes.
But all the other cancers, such as breast cancer, so the cancers are covered by Sagicor Life. Then there's stroke, which is, of course, following cancer is the second highest killer in Jamaica.
Yes.
Right? I've had 4 death claims this year.
Wow.
2 related to stroke, 1 cancer, 1 heart failure. And Sagicor actually covers all of these.
But question, these are all people over 50, 60, right?
Actually, no. The youngest was 32.
32 diagnosed with what?
Heart failure.
Heart failure at 32?
40-something was the age of the person who died from cancer, and the gentleman who succumbed to his 3rd stroke was just turned 60.
Wow. And as you mentioned, stroke, it also speaks to me, heart attack.
Yes.
Because, of course, stroke is the clot in the brain, I think. Yeah. And then heart attack is a clot in the heart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, basically. So, with that said, and I'm jumping now to the fitness coach.
Right.
What can we do as men to prevent? Firstly, we're talking about the stroke and the heart attack. We don't reach a cancer yet.
Well, when you talk about health and wellness, there are a lot of benefits that come with health and wellness. Mm-hmm. Now, generally, what you find happening is that persons such as the men, they are a bit harder to, learn when it comes to health and wellness than the female. Female will grasp, female will grasp everything. But men generally just want to go to the gym and just lift weights.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to confess.
Right.
I am that man. The man you're talking about is that man. I will go to the gym on a regular basis, but I don't want a trainer.
Right.
I'm my own done. I don't want nobody tell me what to lift up when. Right. No. Right. Me, I'm my own done. Me just got to do my thing.
Right.
So you experience that a lot.
Right. The thing is, when you lift weights, you feel some type of, masculinity.
Yes, man.
Aggression and so forth. Yeah. But that's just one aspect.
Okay.
Health and wellness, it has to be a balance. So when you speak to an individual, preferably a male, and let them know that, listen, you have to balance with your diet, your exercise, and most importantly, your sleep. Now, a lot of men don't like to hear sleep.
Ah, boy, trouble.
And
hold on, before you're going further on, we have to get to the sleep different because now you're pressing a button most of the way uncomfortable with, as you mentioned.
Right.
But I want to hear about the cardiovascular part of it.
Right.
The running and the skipping and the cycling.
Right.
What does that do for you health-wise?
Well, really and truly, it doesn't do much if you don't have a balance. What it does, it pretty much just raise your heartbeat, increase your heart rate rather.
Yeah.
So cardio is, it can be like you say, you can run, you can swim, you can do boxing, you name it.
Yeah.
But that's all it does.
It raises the heart rate.
Raise the heart rate, make the blood flow around the body. And also what cardio do as well, it helps to get rid of water weight from the body. So, people will be in the gym and they're running and, skipping and sweating.
Yes.
And, they go on the scale, check, they're a pound down, they think they're losing weight. But it's actually
really the water you pump out
from the body. So that's the misconception with cardio. Not saying cardio is bad, but you have to have a balance.
Okay, so you need little weights, you need the dieting, you need the sleep. We're
Precisely.
going to get to those things and so how those things help.
Precisely.
One of the things I wanted to touch on, and I see my friend Alain, the fact that I know cardio for me, I do a lot of running.
Right.
And a big part of why I do it is, yes, man, because I don't look it, so you laugh after me.
No, it's I need a run or gym.
I'm just saying, I'm a runner, man.
I'm a spectator.
But what it does for me is more therapeutic. Right? It helps me, it calms me, it allows me to think. Right? And it's just that space, that meditation space, that allows me to go out there and maybe not be as aggressive on the road, Ali.
Yeah.
So as such, I want to segue back to you now. Do you have any more specific numbers as to how that share, as to male versus female? Because one thing we know now, the females have them friends that them talk to. Mm-hmm. The females have their way of, unplugging and de-stressing. Mm-hmm. For most of us, is we take a drink or something like that and we're still in the zone. I run. Sure. So, again, do you have any idea what the numbers are, the share?
Well, I would say 4 in 1, which is really not a good thing.
And that's just it. Most of we take out the aggression on the road.
That's true.
And we feel like almost bad drive people. That is the only way.
Yeah.
Right. I know we are going to go to a break in a couple of minutes, but before we go, Granville, I want you to get a little bit deeper when it comes to the policies that you have. At what ages can a person get, for instance, critical illness plan, and an idea as to how long it lasts?
From as early as age 20, someone can apply for a critical illness policy.
Yeah.
Because, of course, at age 20, you're not expected to be ill, except for children, of course, because Sagicor has a child protector, which covers both male and female, which has some critical illness benefits to it as well.
Wow. Okay.
But very important to note, two ages are very important. Age 60, which is the last age in whatever insurance company that you have that you can get critical illness.
The actual plan, you can apply for it. Okay.
So you must, if you're going to be turning 60 next year, within the next 6 months, you must get your critical illness coverage.
Call somebody.
Call somebody.
You can call a Granville too. He's a good boy, man. When we finish the game number.
Right.
Right, but definitely, so you can get it up to 60, and then beyond 60 now, how many years it normally lasts, if you have it already, for
All right, so the plan goes up until age 75. Mm-hmm. But depending on how the plan is structured, so even though the plan expires at age 75 or 20 years after the plan was issued, depend if it was issued. So, for example, if the plan was issued at age 60, the coverage goes up until age 80, right? Because it's 20 years after or age 75. Depending upon how the policy is structured. So different policies carries different things. But the two ages, remember, age 60, which is the final age to get critical illness, and age 75, after which it expires. But just because the plan expires doesn't mean that the plan still has no benefit, because there are still the cashback benefits that is still there on the plan. So
so the money that you would have paid into the plan, you get it back anyway?
You still have some of those monies to get back. So you can still have the policy and say, you know what, I may still get 60. You can still put that on an investment policy. Yes. Which you still do at Sagicor, of course.
Of course.
We have covered right.
Of course, we got you covered.
Yes.
At the start of the session, there was an advert being showed that spoke about Mr. Silvera and the fact that you'd call him a success story. Yeah. In your years, because I know you haven't been selling insurance for a very long time, have you had any success stories? Have you seen or heard of any success stories of persons who have proven that a diagnosis is not a death sentence?
Absolutely. A matter of fact, and I got permission from the client. So I had a client who recently removed a brain tumor.
What?
Last week Tuesday. And she's one of my younger clients.
Brain tumor?
Yes.
Remove a brain tumor?
Yes.
And she's still functional?
She's lovely. We checked. I said, do you still like anime? She said yes. And we did other personal tests. So she's still good, based upon what I can see.
How old is she?
She's just turning 30.
Brain tumor.
I tell you something what is happening. What I'm finding is that my younger clients are much sicker than my older clients. And in terms of writing larger insurance policies for my younger clients, I'm having more difficult. Sagicor is having more difficulty in insuring a lot of these young persons.
And I heard this conversation yesterday, and it sounded like just somebody saying foolishness.
Man, it's facts, man.
But you find that whether it is our diets, our lifestyle, our aggression, But more and more, you find that the older persons are burying their kids.
Yeah.
The older persons have to be carrying their kids to hospital because of whatever the current scenario is. So it's something that we need to think about. And this program, of course, is not just for the young or for the old, but for all generations. So if you are an older person who have a younger person in your family, you need to tell them, go get check out.
Yeah.
Go make sure you get your little insurance policy. Go do some jogging and lift some weights so that you can calm down and feel a little better when you step out, because you don't want anything to happen to you out there. Just before we go to the break, though, Alain, how does someone go through the process of getting insurance, motor vehicle insurance?
All right, well, simply, you would have to, it depends. If you're getting it from a dealer, a local dealer, we will basically need the invoice, fitness. If it's a used vehicle, depending on the type of coverage that you want, because we have third-party coverage as opposed to comprehensive.
Yes.
Third party is the cheaper one, which mainly covers the third party, the other person.
Yes.
So if you have a 96 Corolla and you hit a Lamborghini or Benz, you don't have to worry about paying that high
You still worry?
money to repair the vehicle. The insurance will take care of it for you. I mean, you might pay a little bit more on your renewal, but it's not going to be over $1 million.
I like what you said that. A little bit more, just a little bit more. All right,
I'll
that's
tell
great.
you, I know of a case. I won't tell you who the person is, but there's a case that I'm very, very personally acquainted with. Underfit drove into a brand new 2022 BMW, and the insurance company paid out almost $10 million to repair the car.
Thank God for insurance company.
Exactly.
Because-
so while there is third-party insurance, as long as comprehensive insurance is available to you, I'm advising you to take it. That's my recommendation.
Yes.
Definitely, go all the way.
Protect yourself. If you get insurance to protect yourself
protect
and the
your-
other driver.
Of course, and of course, there's a legal requirement. And if it's one thing I can say, kudos to the police force for, more of them on the road, stopping, from all angles. All right, so we have a giveaway that we're going to be going into. We want to give you guys a question. So I'm going to give you guys a question in just about 30 seconds. But I want to just close with a little bit from you, Alain. What would be your advice in respect to road safety? How can you encourage us to be a little better on the road?
Well, first and foremost, be calm. Don't. People take out their anger. I mean, the least thing on the road. I realize that there's a lot of serious road rage. People bring their problems on the road essentially, and it has led to quite a few incidents, road rages, where people have been physically injured, fatally injured. Just be calm. That's all I can say.
I must confess, I used to be a road rager. Used to, thank be to God, I never do nobody nothing. I just, drive and, argument with my hands. But I used to be that guy, but I've learned, don't run a joke. One of the techniques I use, Granville, is wind up the window,
Okay, perfect.
turn on the AC.
Yes.
All right. What
So
else?
sometimes person beside you want to argue with you and curse, AC.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
It make a big difference to my life. And when you get where you get, you just feel better, you feel calmer, you're not carrying the person who bad drive you from morning for your whole day. It feels better, it feels calmer.
All right, thank you for that. I'll give you a check for that consultation.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Someone that I know personally needed to hear that.
Definitely, definitely. All right, so just quickly, I want to just mention the name of the products, Granville.
Oh, when it comes down to
Critical illness from
So
Sagicor.
flagship is Ultra Lifeline. I absolutely love that product.
Ultra Lifeline.
Ultra Lifeline.
Yeah.
It covers 30 critical illnesses. So not just cancer, it covers Alzheimer's, so many things. So it's like the rifle of life of critical illness. It covers everything. So
It have nothing for kidney?
of course, kidney,
All right.
brain, heart, lungs, all part of your cover.
Some of us drink a lot, so-
Yes, which is very important.
Talking about
And then
green
and then,
juice.
and then there is the triple protector.
Yes.
And Sagicor also has a maximum protector and the cancer plus. And the important thing about all of these policies is that, let's say, for example, one is diagnosed with a stroke. You may not be able to get the Ultra Lifeline or the are they triple protector,
Yes.
but there's a plan available just to protect you from prostate cancer and other cancers as well.
Amazing.
So Sagicor has thought about every single means and avenue to ensure that you are protected.
All right. So, quick question before we go to a quick break. Type in the chat, type on YouTube, wherever you are, the name of one of our Sagicor Life products that deals with critical illness. That's it. You win something. That's simple. So, going to take it to a break. We'll be right back.
In life, the more you have, the more you have to lose.
The more you love, the more you worry. The more you own, the less you sleep.
The more people rely on you, the more you have on your mind.
I have peace of mind.
Knowing that whatever I own
And whoever I care about are covered by the very best.
With Sagicor Life and Advantage General, get life, health, and general insurance to help you protect what matters most.
And we're back. Thank you. Thank you. As I mentioned earlier, this is the Sagicor Insurance series. It's all about men's health and safety. That's what we're here about. So, Andre,
Yes.
during the break, I'll tell you, say, I need to ask you some questions, Andre, because I am ready.
Right,
All right.
right.
I've been on a journey from January where I tell myself that they won't catch me slipping again.
Right.
The body have to right.
Right.
Right. But I'm over 40. So I want you to give me some advice. So break down the different areas and just throw some information at me. I'm taking my notes.
All right.
How do I get there?
Okay. Well, first, you have to agree with me that you won't be as stubborn as some of the male clients I've come across.
May I try to stay with you?
All right. All right. So, all right. For me, it's a life experience, and whenever I take on a client,
Yes.
I like to have a consultation where we sit one-on-one and I talk. And when I talk to that person, if that person doesn't cooperate, I'm not taking you on as a client. Because
Man, think serious enough, Granville. So
No,
you
man,
can't,
that's-
him not
yeah.
train you, no, because we know you stay in a Granville.
no, man, it's fact. Because at the end of the day, money is very important, and I won't feel good in myself, training someone knowing that they're not doing what they're,
And them not
they
get
should
the results because they're not willing to
Right.
listen.
So first and foremost, when I'm taking on a male client, when I ask that person to just give me a breakdown of your lifestyle, it's very important because I have to know the person who I'm going to train and if the lifestyle that that person is currently undergoing, if
Yeah.
that can be changed.
Well, you will have to change a whole heap of things about my
Right.
life. So I'm going to try to document some things. So,
Yeah.
So after you know me, it's because it's a whole heap, you're going to know now. But
Right.
I'm going to tell you. So after that now.
So, all right. So first and foremost, Granville, you look like a very busy
Oh,
person.
yeah.
You look like a very busy person.
Busy.
Right? And the whole concept when, training a male, we are the breadwinners. Them say money don't sleep. But most men aren't sleeping. So that's the first thing we have to,
sleep cycle, a sleep
if I-
system.
right. So if
What
I
is
can,
minimum sleep from your person?
well, minimum 6 to 8. But I aim for the maximum 8.
So you get 8 hours sleep a night? Eh?
No, well, I don't get 8 hours
Oh.
every single day.
Where
But
you live?
they know that saying, do what I say, don't do what I do. Because, I'm advising you.
All right. sir.
Right? So I
I'll
want the
take your
best
advice.
result, right?
So
So
aim
at
after the
least
8 hours sleep.
6 to 8 hours rest.
All right.
Period. All right? Secondly,
Notes, Granville, because y'all live some strong life. So
yeah, man. Secondly, back to where Granville was talking about earlier about, when doing a life insurance or critical illness, you have to get medical checks.
oh,
Right. First and foremost, a personal trainer is not a medical doctor.
yeah.
So I don't know what is going on inside of you. So I always recommend my clients to get checkup. So when you go and do your checkups, the doctor can tell you, if you, because remember, I can be telling you that callaloo, pap chow is good for you, peanut is good for you, but at the end of the day, you might be allergic to peanuts.
And
I
callaloo.
think-
And
and
callaloo. I think I'm
nutritionist.
allergic to callaloo.
Same thing.
You see why I'm telling you? Better work with Alain. Better try to fix Alain because we give up on
No,
Granville.
man. So as a nutritionist, I have to ensure that these things are out of the way because I don't want nobody to sue me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So get a regular checkup, know your body, know what you're allergic to. Once all of that is good, then we come back. Secondly, get to know your history. Now, Do you have any illnesses, injuries, anything that can plague you or hinder you from, doing your best? Because
that make a big difference,
Right.
because I have an injury that I went to a gym,
right,
and homeboy show me, go over this, go do that. And homeboy never realized that I have an injury, so I say it of my own, sir.
Right.
So, he never even asked. So
Right.
I'm happy for that. I'm happy for
so
that.
definitely. So these are the checklists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once you get these things out of the way, you're pretty much preparing yourself for success. Because a lot of persons, they just go into the gym and then just jump into the workout.
Let me tell you, sir, that me do just point me to the dumbbell them, point me to the bench press because my chest have to stay right.
Right.
So, me just need that. I'm still working on the abs thing, though. I figure that part out, But when you get, that's my
man, we
aim.
get to that.
My
We get
aim is
to-
the
we
abs.
get into that.
I feel like
We
if
get
now some abs,